All right, here we are, game 2 between Canton High School as well as the Salty Sand Kings. We get right on into this draft. Sorry for the delay. See, Lone Druid, Ember Spirit, Meepo banned out by Canton. Salty Sand Kings, they're going to ban out Centaur Jug and Ogre Magi. This time around, Sword Our Lifestealer picked up for Canton. Salty Sand Kings, they're going to pick up Abaddon once again, and this time, they're going to go with Avenge, something I said last time. So, banning out is the Oracle next. Sorry for the no volume. Just need a moment. But Oracle banned out, Ogre Magi banned out. And we see the Darkseer banned out by Ken. We do see a Void picked up by the Salty Sand Kings, and that's Abaddon, Venge, Faceless, 2 supports. Already for the side of the Salty Sand Kings. Such quality production. Alright, sorry about that. Doing a lot of things on the side, trying to upload at the same time I'm casting, because I can't record on my computer right now, so I have to get to it before the music mutes it all, and it's a whole process. So Canton High School, they're here. Sword Our Lifestealer, Salty Sand Kings, they picked up Abaddon, Venge, and Faceless Void. So you've got your offlaner, most likely for Salty Sand Kings, as well as 2 supports. Canton, they've got their offlaner and their safe laner once again. And this time they pick up a Disruptor to go with it as their support. Invoker picked up for Salty Sand Kings. Mossy Dota Invoker going to be their mid. So we take a look at what they've got so far for Salty Sand Kings. They still need a safe laner, in my opinion.
5 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Why am I getting that twice?
Reserve time.
Alright, not twice that time, but Canton, they're looking for their 4th pick. They need a mid and a support. Ken's going to pick up a Nyx, so Nyx not going to be the mid, but he'll be roaming around, and that's going to make it tough for both Invoker and Faceless Void. You know, Nyx early on can be quite a nuisance with that Impale, as well as the Mana Burn. Spike Carapace could set up a couple of kills here, especially Spike Carapace into something like a Blink Slithering Crush. And for the side of Salty Sand Kings, the safe laner, they need someone here that kind of isn't affected by a Nyx. So maybe something like a Sven would be nice, as Salty Sand Kings, again, you know, they've got Chronosphere, but that's an ulti. They've got Tornado if they get it off on the Invoker. But for right now, they just have Magic Missile. They need a safe laner who's got a stun, and that's really something they lacked last game. And it really did come back to bite them. For Canton, you've got the Impale, you've got the Glimpse into the Kinetic Field, as well as the Slithering Crush. you've got enough lockdown there for Canton. For Salty Sand Kings, they need a safe laner that can kind of stop the side of Canton from getting away. They need that initiation with a stun. You know, swap Magic Missile can only do so much to one hero. They really could use something like a Sven. I like Sven. He's a strong hero early on. You know, you're going to find Invoker being strong early. You make him a little bit of space for Invoker with a Sven, you're in a nice spot. And, you know, Sven's not the only hero that will work with this lineup from Salty Sand Kings. You know, you might not need a stun. You could go something like a Spectre, but he does need a lot of farm. Something that takes a while to get online. Maybe a Morphling would be nice. You've got that stun, you've got that high damage, and the mobility, as well as being a ranged hero, someone who can get a Dragon Lance, hit in on that Chronosphere. Morphling wouldn't be too bad of a pick, but now the OD comes up, even more lockdown going their way, and even more intelligence mana trouble going the way of Salty Sand Kings.
Reserve time.
Phantom Assassin.
So, Phantom Assassin comes out. I don't really like this. I don't know. You've got Invoker that can kind of hit into this Chronosphere, but that's about it. Could swap out of the Chronosphere, but there's a lot of lockdown here to take care of a Phantom Assassin. Let me voice crack more for you guys. Yes, chat, I know Nyx and Slardar can be played as supports, but Nyx is going to be roaming here. Slardar support with the Disruptor, probably not going to work out. You could go Slardar support, Nyx offlane. It wouldn't be terrible.
10 seconds remaining.
Nyx is probably going to sit in that offlane for a while. Wouldn't be surprised if it's with Slardar.
Prepare for battle.
So we take a look at these lineups. Dragon going to be on the Disruptor. Will for Zoo on the Lifestealer. Enough. So offlaner on the Nyx. Jericho going to be mid with that OD. Crazy Clown on the Slardar. So Nyx more 3 than 4. Slardar just looking to survive. Mossy Dota on this Invoker. Kong on the Phantom Assassin, as well as Hot Salza on the Venge. We've got YS on the Void. And then finally Mac on the Abaddon. So no aggression coming out. Kong offlane right now with this PA. You see this from time to time. There are safe laners, position ones that do go offlane, make their lives a little bit easier. And it looks as though they're going to try lane up top in this offlane, have Mossy mid, and then YS bottom. They want him to get a little bit more levels and farm.
The battle begins.
So 3 bounty runes go the way of Canton. Tri-lane up top in this offlane for the side of Salty Sand Kings, the Turk Youth. And then on the other side, Canton. They're here with the Slardar as well as the Lifestealer, so they've chosen to go that way as well. And then looking up top is going to be this Nyx, which I do see being a better place for him up top. So Sentry Ward is placed. Gonna grab himself 100 gold early on. Magic Missile comes out. This will harass him back down to about half health. But should be okay. Once he's okay by this top lane, he should be good for quite a while. All he really needs is level 1, but there's that Stifling Dagger. Kong, as a PA, normally looking for farm, you're not really using that Stifling Dagger to really harass. You're using it more to get those last hits, but when you're up against a solo Nyx, you might be looking for the Nyx to just get harassed out. Especially when you're up against one, you're not level 6 yet, don't have that crit, but you can dive pretty well if you're Kong right now, and Enough's got to be careful. Enough does have Impale now, as well as the Spike Carapace. If Kong goes in, he's got to be careful not to get hit by that Spike Carapace under tower. So Enough now, level 2, he should be okay. No real harm coming his way. We take a look over mid. Jericho versus Mossy. Mossy struggling a little bit. This OD should have the better time. And now, take a look up top again. Enough. Again, he's just under tower. Okay, and that's about it. Take a look down low. Wilfer Zoo. He's about to be level 3 up against YS. He's only level 2. He's behind Wilfer Zoo, and just eating a couple shots here. He does have Time Walk, but you don't really want to expend that unnecessarily at level 1 when it's a 24-second cooldown. We take a look up top again. Dragon might be in a little bit of trouble as he's made the rotation. Sunstrike not going to be on the mark, and it will be Kong who gets the kill, but now he's stunned under tower. And now the Aphotic Shield will be popped, and the Salve as well, and Kong will be able to survive and then give up first blood to this PA, something you really don't want to do. You don't want to push forward a PA that's not going to have a good lane. And that's exactly what you did when you TP'd top with Dragon. Of course, you're trying to help out this Nyx, but Nyx was okay. So now Kong level 3, 2 in Stifling Dagger, 1 in Blink Strike. Nyx is level 4, 2 in Spike Carapace, 2 in Impale. Neutral Creep will get a kill on to the Venge. You don't really need to see that. So no real T-Tours. Crazy Clown is here. He does have Slither Crush as well as the Sprint. Mossy going to walk right into his hands, and now Crazy Clown is going to come over, but he's going to get that Shrine. So Mossy's going to have the advantage here, getting healed up to full health. Crazy Clown just going to have to back off. He let him get to that Shrine. Could have used that stun and would have been okay. So now with the lead on Kong, you can send Hot Salza down low. It could help out YS. And up top, we take a look. Matt going to be in a bit of trouble. One more shot from Enough. We'll get a kill, but now Enough is going to be the one in a little bit of danger. Here comes the Blink Strike, as well as Kong trying to get himself a kill. Enough's trying to juke him out in the trees and has done so. Spike Carapace up in 3, and here's Crazy Clown. The Impale way off the mark. But it will have the Nyx survive. There's the Slither and Crush. Blink Strike back towards Dragon, but really not opening up enough space, and he will fall. So it's a kill going the way of Dragon and Crazy Clown. They give up 2 to Canton right on back. And that is a bad fight going the way of Zaturk Youth. So Kong back up top, level 3, and now 1-1, not in the best of spots. Crazy Clown's put himself up top. We take a look down low. Still just this Lifestealer. Hot Salza on the back of Wilfer Zoo. Maybe looking for a Magic Missile, but YS is very low. I'm not too sure they want to go in on this just yet. Wilfer Zoo, he's going to stick around and really not in much of harm's way, especially with YS. He still does have Time Walk, and it's not on cooldown. If he does use that Time Walk in a poor spot, that could prove to be some trouble. Enough's going to grab himself a kill on Mac the Knife, and now Kong, he might be in trouble too. They're looking for a glimpse, but the kinetic field won't be enough, and not enough mana for this Disruptor to lock down this PA even more. So it looks as though Wilfer Zoo is just trying to force out this Time Walk, make this lane a little bit easier, and if you force out the Time Walk, you do win the lane for a little bit longer. You could definitely use Open Wounds there. It does put you at 90 mana, but it would force out the move from YS. Take a look over up top. A lot of action happening here. 3 starting to surround enough. There's the Spike Carapace pop. That'll get a stun out on Kong. There's the Impale to follow it up as well. The Magic Missile comes out on enough. They're trying to find themselves a kill. There's a Wave of Terror with the dagger, as well as the Blink Strike enough getting under tower. He's going to pop that Magic Wand. There's a 3-man dive. No TPs coming out from Canton, and they will find a kill. But this is all happening meanwhile down low. YS in a bit of trouble. There's the Infest pop after the Slithering Crush, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Definitely favoring the side of Ken. So that's why the rotations didn't come out enough. He'll play the victim just to get a kill for the side of Ken.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So here comes the rotation from the Disruptor. They're trying to dive in deep again. Mac is going to be spotted by these creeps that get pulled, so he's going to keep himself in the trees.
Tower is under attack.
Now he's going to come over, but the ward is there, so they do spot this out. They know Dragon and enough are there. If they want to make a good rotation, they could. They know Dragon's coming around the bend. Hot Salza is going to make his way over. There's the glimpse back. Kong might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the rotation out from Crazy Clown. The Impale's not going to be there as the blink out from that PA is to a teammate, and backing off is Ziturk Youth. Meanwhile, bottom tier 1 is going to be taken by Will for Zoo. YS going to show himself. Not too sure he wants to be in that situation again. Gets a lucky bash, but still eating a lot of damage. Now trying to turn it around. You think Will for Zoo would be a little bit more aggressive, trying to force out that time walk, but he's not going to. Crazy Clown comes over. If they can get an imprisonment, they would be okay, but not enough mana for this OD. So 8 minutes in, we'll switch it over to the net worth. We do see that Lifestealer is in front. There's the Stifling Dagger coming out. Crazy Clown, he's going to get in the face of Kong. There's a... Alright, crit. Nothing too crazy. And Nyx with the Vendetta is going to spot out YS. If he gets Vendetta hit as well as a stun, this should be a kill. They're looking for more now. Will for Zoo coming in. There's the Impale after the Vendetta. No time walk. And no escape for this Void. Meanwhile, Disruptor is going to fall in the jungle. So Mossy finds a kill. He's got that haste rune, makes his way over, finds a kill of his own. He's 1-0-0, and that's pretty solid. So Crazy Clown up here by himself now that the Nyx has made his way down low. Kong is going to use that Stifling Dagger. They're looking for more. Mac's going to come in through the side with the Aphotic Shield. Try and make Crazy Clown back off, and he does back off into the trees. This is not by tower. Wave of Terror comes out. There's the Slithering Crush on too. They do not have a Magic Missile to follow this up, so if they just spot him, they will be able to get the kill. Meanwhile, mid, Mossy's going to go down. Another Slithering Crush comes out, but it will not keep him alive as the Stifling Dagger slows enough to keep him in range for just a little while longer. And they do find the kill on Crazy Clown. Meanwhile, mid, Mossy goes down, so he's now 1-1. He's got boots, and he is looking for an early Midas, just about 160 gold away. We take a look up top. Dragon might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the glimpse back towards lane. Mac's going to take that. There's the Kinetic Field going to stop Hot Salza. Mac still going in forward with the Aphotic Shield. No more rotations coming out just yet as Crazy Clown's trying to get in range for that Slithering Crush. Now another Aphotic Shield. Enough is here with the Vendetta. Does get the Vendetta hit. One more will be enough for enough. And he will find yet another kill. This fight's going to rage on towards the mid lane. There's the Slithering Crush out on Hot Salza. And they are hitting hard on him. And now Jericho will find yet another kill. So 2 kills go the way of Canton on the aggressive Ziturk Youth. Aggression not being their friend right now, and with that, they'll try to take this tier 1 mid. Cold Snap out on Will for Zoo, and now there's the 4-staff forward. Trying to get themselves in range for a Slithering Crush, and they are coming forward by quite a bit. They need to very much be careful on the side of Ziturk Youth, aka the Salty Sand Kings. because this is a team that can do a lot of damage. They do have Sanity's Eclipse. They need to be careful. Looks like they infest the Nyx with the Vendetta. Smart move. So they're going to look to go down on YS, who does have that double damage. He's going to feel safe right now, and now they know he's going in. He's looking for that Slithering Crush, and now they get the stun as well as the Impale, or the Vendetta as well as the Impale. They don't even use Slithering Crush to lock him down all the way, and they do find themselves yet another with the Infest pop. So YS falls. And 9-4 in favor of Canton early on. Another Astral Imprisonment. Hot Salzas, Mossy, and Mac are all mid. This is opening up the map a lot for Canton. Lifestealer up in front of Mossy by 900 gold, and Mossy, he has that Midas. So even with that Midas, he's a bit far behind, but he will be able to catch up, try and get himself that Ags, that little surge in power, and try to keep his team in it. But now coming around the bend is enough. Astral Imprisonment is there. He's got to know he's in a bit of trouble. Enough right on the edge. There is the hit with the Vendetta as well as the Impale, and Jericho with yet another kill on Mossy Dota. They're looking to get more. There's the glimpse back into the Static Storm. YS in a bit of trouble. He'll fall the Dragon. And that's 2 kills going the way of Ken. Now 11-4 and a net worth lead of almost 4,000.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So there's the Impale with the Mana Burn. They do get the open wounds, and the ulti is out there for Mac. They'll hit him back to full and then hit him right on down. So another easy kill for Canton, making the rotations.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structure
And rotating as a team very well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hot Salsa. If you're gonna spell your name Salza, it's gonna be said Salza.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So meanwhile, down low, Salty Sand Kings are gonna find themselves a tower. There's the Cold Snap Impale comes out on none. There's the Stifling Dagger. YS, he might need to use this Chronosphere. Magic Missile is used, and Sunstrike is gonna be off the mark. They've got the Infest. Enough might be in a little bit of trouble. He'll pop it now. That's only because enough will fall. Wilferzu gonna use that Rage, and he'll back up. Meanwhile, on the edge, OD gonna try and find himself a kill on YS. They're still hitting away, and Hot Salsa, whatever you want it, will fall. They do get the Astral Imprisonment out on this PA, and now the ulti is popped again on Mac. There's the Slithering Crush. They do get the kill with the Sanity's Eclipse flying through, and Mac will be the next to fall as 3 die on the side of Ziturk Youth.
Dire's bottom tower
So they thought they had the advantage. The Chronosphere comes out, but it's a bit late from that Faceless Void as he was already very low. Once that Chronosphere had fallen, they were in trouble. So the net worth lead now 6,000 for the side of Canton.
I was meant to have this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now Salty Sand Kings, they're trying to get this tier 1 mid. Might be a little bit of an aggressive play. They do have a Hurricane Pike available if they want to go in on Kong. They're trying to find that Astral Imprisonment, but there's the Kinetic Field. They're trying to find the move on forward. Kong, he goes a little bit too deep. I'm not too sure this is the move he wants to make. Meanwhile, Mossy already dead. That's 2 dead. Astral Imprisonment comes out. They've already got 2. Mossy and Kong are dead. One more is going to be Hot Salza. Yeah, that's right. I'm saying both now. And now the kinetic field comes out. YS is going to be a 4th. And it's a triple kill for Will for Zoo.
Radiant's top tower.
And none dead on Canton.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 19-5. Net worth lead only getting greater for the side of Canton.
Is under attack.
This will be the first Roche of the game, and easy for the dire side. So there is the swap as well as the magic missile. They're trying to get a kill on Dragon, but still not enough. Static Storm comes out as well as the kinetic field. Not going to be on anybody.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So there's the Infest. You do have the Blink Dagger available for Crazy Clown. And the TP towards their shrine bottom. Enough is going to be here. They know Mossy is nearby. They do get the dust out on him, and now they're looking for the Slithering Crush. They will find it. There's the Infest, and down goes Mossy. Still not grabbing that Ags, and it will only put him further back. He has died time and time again, already 1-4-1. This is just a rough game altogether for the Salty Sand Kings, and there's really not too much they can do.
This should make my life easier.
So CHS, they'll continue to push bottom. They're looking for more. They have enough lockdown to really take on anybody on the side of Zeteric Youth. They also have the Aegis, so no fear from them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they'll work towards this tier 2 bottom. Meanwhile, up top, Zeteric Youth, they're going to try and find something of their own. They really need to find anything they can. And just TPing out in time is YS.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling. Dire's top tower.
So they take that bottom tier 2, they lose a top tier 1, they'll accept that trade, and now TPing away is the side of Zeteric Youth. Meanwhile, Canton, they'll just continue to farm. They're looking for a Desolator out on Lifestealer. They have the Hurricane Pike, looking for a Sheep Stick for this OD.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So here is 5. They'll look to push a tier 2 and glimpse right away on the TPing Abaddon. There goes your defense. So they're continuing to throw Stifling Daggers, trying to push back the side of Canton, not really doing too much. And with that tier 2, they might look to head up top. So there's the TP with the blink forward from Enough. They get the stun out on Mac. He's going to use that Aphotic Shield, and now he'll heal up with that ulti. But they won't attack him for long enough. And they'll find yet another on the side of Canton High School. They take a look mid, they spot YS, there's the blink, Slithering Crush, Infest pop, Enough is here with the Vendetta, they get the glimpse again. and they will find yet another. It's now 5-22, not in favor of Z-Turk Youth. So now CHS, they'll go back to what they were doing before, and that's pushing Tier 2 up top. So all 5 are here, and they definitely have the advantage. 10,000 net worth, 10,000 experience, way far ahead from the side of Z-Turk Youth.
Radiant's top tower
Still looking
is
for that Ags Mossy,
Dire's
and
bottom tower is under attack.
just does not look good for him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Crazy Clown will TP bottom. CHS still continuing to just move forward. They're looking for a Shiva's Guard now on Jericho. They do get the scan and just spot out Jericho. They don't know exactly who it is with just that scan, but they do have creeps in lane. That'll show them that there's 2 here. Looking over mid, meanwhile up top, Blink Slithering Crush. Her Blink stunned from enough. Open wounds, and Wilfrezu will get yet another kill on YS, 5-23. They don't just need the Slithering Crush and Sword for a Blink infest, and there's the swap forward. Now they might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Static Storm, again not going to catch on anybody. Trying to strike down this Venge, and Glimpse is not going to be there with the Astral Imprisonment just yet. They do get a couple of hits. They will find another kill. And now 2 dead on the side of Z-Turk Youth as they look to take this mid-tier 3. Well, for Zoo getting a bit low, he'll back off. Enough, he's just protecting the way right now. Desolator finally comes out for this PA who struggled mightily in lane after having an okay start with that first blood. Enough, he's going to spot out YS, and again YS in trouble. There's the Blink, Slithering Crush, Infest dead, and Jericho on a monster kill streak. They're just making it look easy. Meteor Throne. Still not doing too much. CHS, they'll continue to just farm away up 6-25, and with that 15,000 gold lead, we take a look up top. Mac might be in trouble. A Photic Shield immediately popped. There's the ulti popped as well, but he's going to continue to hit in. Stealing 44 intelligence. He has Sanity's Eclipse. I'm not too sure they want to go too deep on this. There's the Chronosphere. Not going to hit with the Sunstrike. But with Astral Imprisonment already used, YS will get a kill. So despite having all that stolen int, it's not going to work out for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Got a little too cocky. So Enough trying to make his presence felt down low, move everybody down there, and he has moved 3. So let's see if up top, Wilfrezu and Dragon, they'll continue to push if they can make something happen. Meanwhile, Crazy Clown will get that ulti out on Abaddon. They're really just trying to make space until this Roche is back up, and that is just a minute away.
A soldier's fortune.
So 7 to 25, 15,000 net worth lead, just about a 15,000 experience lead. Just kind of waiting for Roche up slowly. They'll push out all these lanes, make it hard for the side of Zeterk Youth, and if they see their moment, they'll take it. They can take out any of these heroes quickly on the side of Canton. So there really doesn't have to be much fear in their eyes when they're looking to push out these lanes. So Roche back up. They haven't sent anything down there just yet to take a look, and they're still continuing to just push. So Wave of Terror bottom, they do spot the 3 are out there. Still nobody going into Roche just yet. Thought they might look real quick and kind of try and get that Aegis to give them what they need to feel comfortable, of course. To go in for this high ground siege, and there it is. They spot it, they'll move over, they'll go for it, and really not much except for maybe a last ditch effort to try and stop this Roche. They are smoked up, but not quick enough. So there it is. They still might choose to fight. There's the Infest out on Crazy Clown. He's trying to sprint, maybe move forward, try and find somebody on the side. And they get to with the Blink, Slither, and Crush. And now the Yules is going to save the life of the Invoker. There's a big Chronosphere out on 3. But what they did not get is Jericho. And he'll continue to strike down the side of Zeterk Youth. They've got 2, they've got 3, and they've got 4. Gem on the ground. Or Gem on the ground because Crazy Clown had died. They pop the ulti of Mac. Mac will fall, and that'll be 4. A double kill for Jericho despite losing their Sardar. Kong gonna heal up and deleted with that Sanity's Eclipse and 64 intelligence stolen. Here come the buybacks from Zeterk Youth. Wilfer Zoo does have the Aegis this time around. They TP into a stun. They'll die. There's the Stifling Dagger. Hot Salza in trouble. He'll fall. 4 dead. Now they're looking for more. Kong going to be glimpsed back. One more shot should do it. Miss, 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 miss. And actually ends up popping the Aegis before he falls. And YS, I don't know what you're looking for, as there's the Chaos Meteor looking for a Cold Snap as well. Rage is popped, dead is Mossy, 4 dead again. GG called, 2-0 for CHS. So Canton High School take it a 2-0 in this set of 2, and that's it today. I'm your caster, B-Cop. It's been fun, and we'll be back again next week with some more High School Star League. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at BCop92, and we'll leave you with some music and be back next week.